My salutations to all of the pious souls gathered here. We will start today's program with something said by Saint Jnaneshwar. There's a saying by Saint Jnaneshwar which means that if you go to the doors of God and if you sit there for 10 minutes every day, then you can obtain moksha, liberation. He had written this in a particular meaning. Humans understood it in a different meaning. Humans found an easy way, and that way was that he made a temple of stones, and then by going to the doors of this temple, he started sitting there regularly, and he started imagining that I sit here regularly every day, and I will definitely get moksha, liberation. He even started harboring this ego, that I come here regularly, so I will definitely get moksha, when in fact, he had written this in a different meaning, and humans understood it in a different meaning. Humans took it in this meaning, but in reality, he had not called this temple made of stones a temple. He had called this human body the temple, and this crown of yours. If you sit here regularly, meaning that is, if you meditate, then you will obtain moksha, liberation. However, every time human finds the easy way out, he finds the ordinary way out. However, he does not understand the true meaning. Just like this, once there was an IAS officer, an Indian police service officer, and she had come to meet me. She said, "Swamiji, I give a lot in donations, so I will definitely obtain moksha. Why do I need to meditate?" So I told her, "You will definitely not get it." She said, "Why would I not get it? I do so many meritorious deeds by donating, so why will I not get moksha?" Now, what did you say? I give donations. I do it, meaning you have tied it with yourself. So now to undergo these good karmas, you will have to take another birth. She said, I had never thought in this direction, that even by doing good deeds, one has to take another birth. One cannot obtain moksha. I said, no, you cannot obtain moksha. Even if you do sinful deeds, you cannot obtain moksha. Even if you do good deeds, even then, you cannot obtain moksha. Isn't this a strange thing? You must also be thinking that by donating a lot, you get a lot of good deeds, and by doing a lot of meritorious deeds, oh dear, but think a little bit. When you do good deeds on the physical level, you will definitely tie these to yourself. And if you tie it to yourself, then in order to enjoy them, you will have to take another birth. She said, I had never thought like this at all. It is not just her, even you would not have thought that by giving a lot in donations, one does not obtain moksha. In reality, moksha is a high state of meditation, and one does not obtain this state after that. You have to obtain this within your lifetime itself. See, I will try to explain it to you a little bit. Karma, donation, meritorious deeds, all of these questions come a lot in Japan. When I'd gone to Japan, there was a lot of discussion on karmas. The way in which I explained this to them, I will try to explain it to you in exactly the same way. For example, imagine they were saying that whatever is to happen in life, it definitely happens. Then why do we need God for? Why do we need meditation for? It is correct. See, first of all, do you know what happens? You think, and then that thought then later becomes an action, and after it becomes an action, it becomes an action. it becomes a karma, and after it becomes a karma, it gets tied to you, and in order to endure it, you take another birth, whether it's a good deed or it's a sinful deed. So there's one human who has taken birth to undergo his sinful deeds, and the objective of his life is to undergo these sinful deeds. So he will endure all of these sinful deeds, but while enduring them, but then he will make new karmas stand up. So meaning his sinful deeds have come to an end of his last life, but then once again he has created new karmas. So then what will happen? Then again, to undergo these karmas, he will take another birth, so the cycle of birth will keep continuing. So what is the way? What is the path? There's only one way. If he comes onto the path of meditation, if he comes onto the path of the Guru, then what will happen? In the proximity of the Guru, by meditating, he will reach up to this point, meaning he will reach the middle point of life. And after reaching the middle, he will endure all of the bad karmas of his life. And then after this, by meditating, an aura will be created. And within this aura, a bad karma will not happen through his hands at all. It will not happen. And then after this, what will happen? And slowly, he will reach this stage of his life, where whatever good karmas happen through his life, through his hands, he will say they happen in the grace of the Guru. He will not say, I did it. He will not even say this, and he will not accept it. He will accept and believe that it happened in the grace of the Guru. He will not think that I did it. So by going here, he will obtain a karma-free state. What does a karma-free state mean? How was it obtained? Whatever the karmas were there from his past life, he endured them up to this point, and then the bad karmas are not happening through him. And then after that, the new karmas which are happening, the good karmas which are happening, he does not tie them to himself. And then he says, they happen in the grace of the Guru. So he does not tie it to himself. So after going here, in his account, there remains no karma left. There's no good karma left. There's no bad karma left. So it is a completely nil account. So there's no reason left that he should take another birth. This is a very special thing. You can obtain this only through the path of meditation. If you go through any other path, and some karma or the other will be tied to you, but the path of meditation is one such path that neither sinful deeds will not happen through your hands, nor will good deeds happen through your hands. And you will obtain a karma-free state within your lifetime itself. If we have a spiritual thirst, then what do? We start to read books. And in the books, Paramatma is not some alphabet that you will find him in books. You will never find Paramatma in books. Books are lifeless. How can lifeless books deliver you to Paramatma? Paramatma is living. Lifeless books can never deliver you to Paramatma. See, in my life, I have never read any books. I have not read a single line, not a single alphabet. And in spite of this, the Theosophical Society of London calls me again and again to give lectures. Now think, they're extremely well-educated people. They have a library of 3 floors. So meaning they have opened up and read the books of 3 floors of the library. So why do they call me? I say to them, for the whole year, you look at the picture of a cow, and one day you drink the milk of a cow. The way in which, without a living cow, one cannot obtain milk. The cow in a picture cannot give you milk. In exactly the same way, no book in the world can give you spiritual experience. In order to get the spiritual experience, you need the living Guru. Today, for 28 years, I have traveled to many countries in the world. And I have obtained the opportunity to study many methods of worship, many cultures, and on the basis of this experience, I can say that the Indian culture is the one such culture in the world in which there's a concept of a living Paramatma. Paramatma means the one who has come and gone, the one who is not in the present times, that is Paramatma. However, the Indian culture is the only one such culture in which it has been said Guru is a supreme reality. So meaning, Guru has been considered to be the supreme reality, to be Paramatma, to be Parameshwar. So if there's a living Paramatma, then he's the Guru. This is only there in the Indian culture. Everywhere else, Paramatma means the one who has come and gone, who is not there, the one who is not there in the present time. That is Paramatma. So now the question comes, how can the Guru be Paramatma? When in fact my grandmother used to say, Paramatma is imperishable. Paramatma was there yesterday, Paramatma is there today, and Paramatma will also be there tomorrow. So the Guru has a physical body. So how can the one with the physical body be Paramatma? Even I had gone with this belief for years on end. But as soon as my Guru gave me the spiritual experience, after taking the spiritual experience, I had the realization that Guru is a supreme reality. I had the realization of this. Why? Because after meeting my Guru, my search for Paramatma came to an end. And that day I got to know that Paramatma is not the physical body of the Guru. The physical body of the Guru is a medium, through the medium of which that which flows, the consciousness inside. If your chitta, your attention is at that place of energy, it is on that chaitanya, that consciousness, then that is Paramatma. However, what habit do we have? Our habit is that we hold on to material things. We hold on to material things, meaning we will say in a Hindi saying, the tap has come, the tap has come. Does the tap come? No, the tap does not come. It is the water that comes, but we say the tap has come. Why? Because we can see the tap. And when the water comes, then we feel it. So in exactly the same way, what do? The physical body from which Paramatma flows. We start to call him Paramatma. We start to call the Guru Paramatma. When in fact, is the Guru Paramatma? No, he's not. The consciousness, the power of consciousness that is flowing from within the Guru, the energy that is flowing, that is Paramatma. So the need is that by not putting your chitta on the physical body of the Guru, to keep your chitta, your attention on the Guru element. And the Guru element was there yesterday, the Guru element is there today, and the Guru element will also be there tomorrow. Second, I'm very surprised when in society, people hold on to the Samadhis Guru and sit. Always remember, you're thinking of the Guru as a physical body. The Guru is not a physical body. It is a Guru element. And any Guru will never hold his disciple down. And the one who holds his disciple down is not a Guru. No Guru can hold on to the disciple. This is my experience of my life. I have had to go to many Gurus, but no Guru ever held on to me. Now let me tell you an incident from my life. My Gurudev, as much knowledge as he had, all of that knowledge, he gave it all to me. And after giving it to me, he said, all of the knowledge that I had, I have already given all of it to you. And now after this, the path ahead, the way ahead, it is still there further. I'm sending you on top of that mountain. You have to go on top of that mountain. There is a waterfall. And behind that waterfall, there is a cave. And behind that cave, there is a monk who lives there. And by going there, you have to take the knowledge that lies ahead. He gave this indication. So while going, I was sad. I cried because I had also become attached to him. After staying with him for many days, I had become attached. But he said, no, he is the path ahead. He is the way ahead. And then, as we see that there is a field, it is a 10-acre field, a 20-acre field. Just in the same way, in the Himalayas, there are areas which are tied down. Each and every Guru has a mountain of his own. And he stays on the peak of that mountain, and he has right over the whole mountain. There is no compound around that mountain. There is no wall around that mountain. There is no wire tied around the mountain. But in spite of this, no person can climb that mountain without his desire, without his wish. Nobody can take even a single foot there. Nobody can go into his aura. They have made such an arrangement and kept. When I went into his aura, when I went onto his mountain, then he immediately got to know who has sent him here. As no person has the worthiness to just enter his aura. Somebody must have sent him, and after sending him, he recognizes who has sent him, why has he been sent. He gets to know everything and nothing. There was a very big waterfall, and near the waterfall there was a small path. The path was so narrow that I had to walk by holding on to the wall. While walking like this, I reached the mouth of the cave, and as soon as I reached the mouth of that cave, then I was just about to try to enter the cave, and in that much, his harsh sound came from within. If you come inside, I'll break your head. Be cautious, do not come in. So then for some time, even I was unsettled. So now should I go in? Should I not go in? One guru says to go in. Another guru says, if you come inside, I'll break your head. But I obeyed my guru's order. My guru has sent me, then I have to go. So I had only taken 2 steps. Then in reality, he took the wooden sandal on his feet and he hit it on my head. And blood started flowing from my head. Blood was flowing, but my attention was not towards the blood that was flowing. It was towards that wooden sandal. I took that wooden sandal and kept it at my guru's feet. As soon as I kept it at his feet, he said, you will take my loincloth. You will take all of my knowledge. Why did I have this belief? See, if you look at it from the material perspective, then this seems like such a cruel incident that the disciple has come to learn something and the guru is breaking his head. It is being seen, right? This is being seen. However, always remember, the guru, nothing bad can happen at the guru's. He cannot do anything bad. It happens as soon as he hit his sandal. I was shocked. And as soon as I was shocked, I became empty. In that much, whatever he wanted to give me, he gave it to me. He gave it to me in a state of void. He gave it to me and I obtained it. But this is an inner experience, an inner spiritual experience. It cannot be explained what he gave and what I received. It happens. By looking at it, it seems bad, it seems cruel, but it is not cruel. And second, the guru and doctor, they are similar. The doctor also cuts your stomach. Somebody will cut it vertically, somebody will cut it horizontally. So meaning whatever the manner is of the doctor has only one wish: to save your life. Just this much. He has no other objective. What he is doing, you will not even be able to understand it, and don't even try to understand it. In exactly the same way, what the guru is doing, what is the behavior of the guru, don't even try to listen to it, to understand it. You will not be able to understand it. You look at the result. You look at the consequence. The consequence will come that your spiritual progress will happen. And apart from this, the guru cannot think about anything else. So in the Himalayas, whatever each and every guru had, he used to give that. And then he would send me to the next guru. And the next guru, the ones who did not even know each other, but they had a code word. And each and every guru used to say this: your container is very big, your container is very big, your container is very big. And within my mind, I used to think that perhaps my head is big, that everyone is teasing me. But this was their code word. Its meaning? Now I've been able to understand it after 40 years. Your container is very big, meaning the thirst of hundreds of thousands of souls is going to be quenched through your medium. But it took me 40 years to understand this. So the guru speaks on a certain level, and the disciple understands at a certain level. It was just such an incident. There was a river which was flowing. And both my guru and I were sitting with our feet in the river, and the guru looked towards the water for some time. And then he said that one such day will come that hundreds of thousands of people will yearn for your vision. I looked here and I looked there a little bit. There was not even one dog there. There was such a dense forest that perhaps I will never be able to come out of this jungle in my life. So the guru will not lie. The guru is saying that it must be. Perhaps he must be speaking about the next life. And I gave him the answer that, how will people yearn for my vision? I will go and give them my vision, my darshan. But during the era of Corona, no matter how much I wanted to give my darshan, Hundreds of thousands of people could not possibly gather. So that is to say, whatever happened, Guru had given the information about this back then. And he had also said to me that when this day comes in your life, then I will not be there in your life. It happens. The Guru speaks at a certain level. The disciple understands at a certain level. Between the two of them, there is a difference of time. That is why do not make an attempt to understand what the Guru is saying. What he is saying, listen to it. Because he's tied within the physical body. He's tied to the boundary of the physical body. Even if he wants, he cannot speak to you clearly. Many times, I tell some disciple, don't do this. Don't do this, huh? Don't do this. I said it 3 times. If you understood, then okay. And if you did not understand it, it is okay. I'm able to see it. In his past life, he has made exactly this mistake. And this very mistake, he wants to do it again. That is why I'm alerting him. But he will not say that you made this mistake in your past life, but he will give an indication. He does the work of giving an indication. And from this past lives, I recall, now in my life, a very strange incident happened. I'm studying this. I'm doing research on this. By doing the complete research, I will give you the result of this. I'm writing a book on this, the Aura Shastra. So now I was having a discussion on Aura Shastra, and there's a television show being made on this. And a famous television director had come to meet me. And he had a big beard, and we were sitting in the fire ceremony hut in Dandi. It was a time of 5 p.m. in the evening. And then a discussion went on till 7 p.m. and I do not know what happened. At 7 p.m. suddenly, I stopped seeing this person. And then in his place, I started seeing an old man with a white complexion, and he started to say, he was a photographer. I am the one who made him a director. I'm the one who brought him here. So meaning, his past life's body started to be seen on him. He was so influential that his current body stopped being seen, and I started to see his past body. This was a strange experience I have had in my life. Do you know what is happening now? The Aura Shastra, the book which I'm writing, I see somebody behind each and every individual. All of you that are sitting here, I'm seeing somebody behind all of you. Now there can be 3 reasons for this. The first reason is that there is an effect of some soul on you. This is the first reason. And the second reason is that your chitta is on that person who is being seen behind. And the third reason is that this is your past life's body. So the first reason can be wrong because there cannot be the influence of a soul on each and every person. And second, if I see you every day and I see the same person, then each and every day, it is not possible that you keep your chitta on only one person. Then the third, what is it? That I'm seeing the body of your past life behind you, and then I'm seeing it. Even its effects remain on us. Let me explain it to you with an everyday thing. For example, water is flowing from here, and it is going. And after it is gone, then it has dried. And then after it has dried, then again, if you pour water, then again it will flow along the same lines in which the water had flowed earlier. It is exactly like this. Many times, many karmas happen through our hands just like this. I did not want to do this. But it happened. Now, how did it happen? This is the effect of the past life. The influence of that past life remains on us, and that very mistake, we make it again that we had done earlier. The Guru keeps saying everything behind and ahead. He only gives an indication. If you understand it in that much, then it is okay. And if not, it is okay. You may have read a book, a holy book called the Bhrigu Samhita, or you may have information about it. So what is this about? You search for your birth horoscope in this, and after searching for your birth horoscope, then it will be written below, page 13. Then if you open the page 13, then on that page, who you were in your past life. All of your information on the past life, on your past life is written in this, in exactly this way. Even my attempt is going on, even my effort is going on, that I write the book on the Aura Shastra. That is why this Mahashivir is the last. After this, I will not take another Mahashivir. I will do work on this. For this, I need great solitude. What is this about? So now machines on Aura have come out. You can go to this machine and get your Aura checked. And then if it comes out on this, that your Muladhara chakra, your base chakra, your sacral chakra, and your navel chakra are imbalanced, the machine can tell you this much. But the machine will not be able to tell you which is the chakra from which the other 2 chakras are becoming imbalanced. The machine will not tell you this much. The machine will only tell you that 3 chakras are imbalanced, when in fact 3 chakras do not get imbalanced together. In reality, one gets imbalanced, and then from it the second one gets imbalanced, and from it the third one gets influenced. But the machine will never tell you from which chakra has this imbalance happened. By finding these combinations, such a planning is going on. But how many are there? There are tens or hundreds of millions of combinations, and when it happens, then I will speak about it. That if these three chakras are imbalanced, then the core chakra is this, from which this has been imbalanced. And then I will write the method to free this chakra also. So it is a very great work. And in order to do this work, I need a computer, and many technicians from the Defense Research Organization are helping me. And when they help me find these combinations, then this holy book will be written. There's a great number, and when it is gathered, then this book will be written. Aura. The knowledge about this is not there in society even now. Many years ago, I took a shibir, a discourse, the Ramakrishna mission, and after the end of this discourse, the doctor said, Swamiji, you go to different places, you eat food from different places, you drink the water from different places. Do you not get diarrhea? Do you not get dysentery? I gave them the answer. You're speaking about diarrhea and dysentery. These are very close things. Even my car never had an accident. They found this very surprising. Yet Swamiji, how can he say this with so much confidence? They asked the head abbot. That how can Swamiji say this with so much confidence that even my car can never have an accident? And he explained it to them. The individual who meditates, the person who meditates, his chitta slowly starts to become pure. And as the chitta starts to become pure, then its light starts to spread around him in the form of his aura. So this person's murder can never happen. This person can never have an accident. This is why I am teaching Jain monks meditation. Do we not see this in the newspaper that 2 Jain monks came under a truck and died? This will not happen. This is why I'm teaching it to them. I tell them, meditate. And you make your own aura. You create your own auras. That you can never have an accident. This person can never have an accident. He can never die. He can never be murdered. This is not that he is immortal. He will die. But he will die with his own wish. When he has a wish, then he will die. But apart from this, he cannot happen through murder, through an accident. This is of the aura. 25 years ago, see, both of these incidents happened in Ahmedabad. In Ahmedabad, 25 years ago, I took a discourse of doctors and I told the doctors, your area starts from where the physical body can be touched. And the yogi's area starts even 6 months earlier than this. So meaning even before having cancer, the thoughts have cancer. So thoughts get spoiled, and after having bad thoughts, and slowly, cancer happens. So when cancer happens, then you say, there's cancer. But a yogi can tell you even before the cancer comes, that cancer is going to happen. He will give you an indication. He cannot tell you fully. He will not tell you fully. Why? Because he's tied to the boundary of the physical body. He will only give an indication. He will not say it fully, clearly, that you're going to get cancer. He will not say it like this. If you think like this, then stop thinking like this. This negative thought that you're having, stop thinking like this. He will tell you like this, but he will not say it clearly. But then I told those doctors that even before the cancer comes, the yogi gets to know that these thoughts have gotten spoiled. And in medical science, now the research on thoughts has not happened. There is no such medicine, there is no such injection that has been created so that you take it and then thoughts stop coming. So there is an aura. And when we spoke about this, and all the doctors made fun of me, Swamiji, there's no aura, there's no such thing. There's no such thing. You're just speaking such things. These are all your imagination. Now I had no proof. What should I do? I did nothing. But from today, 3 years ago, in the Ahmedabad Medical College, there was a discourse. There, 1,500 doctors participated, and aura machines were placed outside, and each and every doctor used to check his aura income. And after 3 days, then again he would check his aura. And there was a change that had come in. There was a change. In just 3 days, by meditating, there was a change in the aura. In 3 days, by meditating, there was a change in the aura. This is an experience they have taken. So aura. These are not imaginary. Whatever you think, the influence of that thoughts definitely falls on you. In Rajkot, the Red Cross Society had put up a stall that says this Shibir is happening, this discourse is happening. There was a discourse happening there also. So everybody who came on the first day, they checked their blood pressure, their diabetes, and then they made a record. And then after 8 days again, they checked their blood pressure, the diabetes, and again they made a record of it. And so in 85% of the people, there was an improvement. And all of those people who gave their experience, all those 85% of people who had an improvement, I have never even seen them. Why have I not seen them? Because there's such big floodlights in front of me. I was only seeing darkness and darkness. In the full field, I was seeing only darkness. I was not able to see anything. But even then, why was this change observed in them? Oh dear, 100,000 people. Listen carefully, 100,000 people are sitting in a state of thoughtlessness. No one is thinking. They're sitting in a state of void. So for how long can you get thoughts? 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. After this, they will stop. So for 8 days, if you stay in such company, then there's definitely going to be a change in you. So all of you that are sitting here now, in 8 days, there's definitely going to be a change in you. Keep this in mind. In Mumbai, I do not like to stay there. There's a lot of crowd there. So whenever I have to stay in Mumbai, what do? There's a resort nearby. I stay in that resort. There's a cottage made, and in that cottage, there's a mango tree, very far in the jungle. By sitting under this tree, I keep meditating. Just like this, one day in the morning, I was meditating there at 4 a.m. in the morning. I was meditating. So as soon as I got up from my meditation, then husband and wife had come there to jog. And then they said to me, Baba, what were you doing? Baba, what kind of meditation is this? Just like this, I spoke to them for half an hour. On the topic of Samarpan meditation, I spoke to them about this, and after half an hour, they went away, and I also went back to my own cottage. And after this, when I saw the next day, as soon as I got up for meditation, they were waiting for me. Both of them were waiting for me. And after this, the man that was there, he said, Swamiji, in Thane, in so-and-so company, I'm the IT head. There's a programming that I've been trying to do for 3 months, but then it was not happening. And yesterday, it was a miracle. After I met you and left, then it just happened. In 1 hour 45 minutes, the full programming. And I said to him, there is no such thing here as a miracle. And he said, why? Yesterday, you were not sitting with me for half an hour. Along with me, there's a collectivity of hundreds of thousands of holy and pure souls who have been meditating for 28 years. The company, the collectivity of hundreds of such souls, you sat with them for half an hour. So there was definitely going to be a positive change in your life. So you also see, you're sitting with me for hours on end. In your life also, after this discourse, there's definitely going to be a change. And second, aura. These are not imaginary things. What happens? I go to Canada. I take a discourse of good sadhaks. I go to Japan, and even there I take a discourse of good sadhaks. I know who are good sadhaks, but they do not know that they met each other. And next, do you know what happens? In the foreign countries, there are 3-day discourse series. We stay in a resort and there's a discourse series. And then the sadhaks say, it was not so much fun. Please do a shibir for 8 days. And for 8 days, there's also a great cause. So I show them a way, I show them a path. You do one thing. In December, for 8 days, you come to the Goa ashram. I will make all of the arrangements. You take up the cost of the ticket and everyone started to gather. So the people from all over the world, in December, they started to gather in the Goa ashram. And when they started to gather, then you will be surprised. I asked each and every one, what is the problem in your country? What is the problem in your country? All of the countries had one problem. That was the problem of security. Every person was not thinking of himself as being secure, and the need is for security. So I told them that you meditate. And by meditating, make your chitta pure, make your chitta holy. And after your chitta becomes holy, the light of your chitta will be created around you in the form of an aura, and will give you complete protection. It will give you security. You will not have an accident. You will not have a murder. So there, some soldiers had also come from the United Kingdom who had fought the war in Afghanistan and they narrated their experiences. Swamiji, I bent down to drink coffee and then the bullet passed from above my ear. So meaning, the physical body gets to know later that the bullet is going to come, but the soul gets to know earlier, and the soul would definitely save him. So what kind of a protection it is, he does not know. But properly, as soon as an aura is created around you, it gives you security. It will not stay you at that place which is insecure. It will definitely give you protection. So that is to say, when the discourse was going on, then Shripad Naik Ji came. He was a minister from the Ayush ministry. He came there and he said, should I organize a shibir, a discourse of parliament members in Delhi? So I said, okay, keep it. So he organized a shibir of parliament members, and in this discourse of parliament members, what is important? I kept a proposal in front of the parliament. The proposal I kept is that as many spiritual gurus as are there, check all of their aura. Then after checking their aura, if the aura is good, then give them a license for 5 years, governmental approved spiritual guru. And if the aura is not good, then tell them, your aura has become spoiled. Now sit at home for 1 year, meditate. If you do it like this, then both of the parties will benefit. The guru has a benefit that the guru will get to know that he has been ruined. And next, if one guru is ruined, then hundreds of thousands of sadhaks, the inner feelings are broken. It is such a good path, such a good way. Both of them will benefit. And as many spiritual gurus that are there, issue a license to all of them. Check the aura, just as we do a check for our driving license, just in the same way. Do a check for the license, and after 5 years, then renew it. From this, both of them can benefit. And second, don't make it compulsory. I'm not making a compulsion on you. Offer this as an amenity. Many people also drive a car without a license, so leave them. But those who want a license for a governmentally approved spiritual guru, so they should get it. So I gave such a suggestion, and they smiled, they laughed, but they did not do it. But this very incident, when I narrated this in the Theosophical Society of London, that just now there was a discourse of parliament members, and now I offered this proposal to the parliament. So some Englishmen said, Swamiji, even your aura is 15 years old. Even your aura is 10 years old. Please let us investigate your aura right now. If your aura is good, we will meditate. So I got ready. If by checking my aura, they are coming onto the path of meditation, then what is the harm in this? So as soon as there's a station in front, there was a station just like this. They call it a tube, just as we have a metro, they call it a tube. So this had me sit down in the tube, and they took me to London. In London, there were 9 stations above my head. I was at the 10th station on the ground, so imagine how much have they dug up London. Station over station, station over station, so many of them have been created. So as soon as I came out, it was an area of the banking district. There were many, many big banks there. There, they had taken an appointment with a doctor. I was asked to sit on a machine, and I was sitting there with both of my hands like this. I was sitting for half an hour, and I was feeling that on each and every chakra, I was feeling the waves. I was feeling, just as we do a CT scan, just like that, my scanning was going on. And after this, after half an hour, they asked me, Swamiji, how are you alive? I asked them, why like this? No, this is the aura of that person whose physical consciousness has been left behind completely. So if your physical consciousness has been left behind, even your body should be left behind. I said, no, this is a state of my meditation. And then after this report was printed out by the trust, and they distributed it to all of the centers across the world. And this very report went to Sri Lanka. And when I went on a tour to Sri Lanka, the main priest of the Buddhist temple came to receive me. He said, your aura is very beautiful. It is extremely holy. And this very thing was heard by the Prime Minister there. and the Prime Minister called me and he learned meditation for 2 hours. He was sitting with me for 2 hours and he learned meditation. And after this, if somebody says, I do not have time, then I tell him, are you bigger than that Prime Minister? That Prime Minister has now become the President, the one who had learned. So why am I saying this? If he can find time, can you not find time? You're the poorest person in the world. If you cannot give half an hour for yourself, then, I'm asking you to meditate. What does this mean? I'm telling you to give half an hour to yourself, give time to yourself, and keep this in mind, that this time that you have given, this will not be ruined. You think it will be wasted. It will not be wasted. See, that work that you do in 2 hours, that work, you will do it in half an hour. And second, there are many misconceptions about meditation. The first misconception is that you have concentration of the mind. This means meditating. The concentration of the mind is related to the physical body. And in meditation, nothing can be done with the physical body. This is one speciality. On the path of yoga, this is one speciality in which there's nothing here that your ego receives satisfaction from. This is free in the whole world. The concept of something being free is not there in the world, but this is there. It is free all across the world. So I have paid so much in fees and learnt it. This ego that you get, this ego, you're not going to receive it here because there's no fees involved. So meaning, your ego is not going to be satisfied here. And then, I have done pranayam. I have done pranayam. Where there is I, there is no yoga. And here, there is no I. I have done yogas and I. This is also not there here. I have given feast. This is not there. I have done pranayam. This is also not there. I have done yogasanas. This is also not there. I have done nothing. I have done nothing. I was just sitting like a stone. And just by sitting, I obtained everything. So that the ego of the physical body gets satisfaction, there's nothing like that here. All of this is the light of the chitta. The more pure you make your chitta, the more holy you make your chitta, that much more the light of the chitta will spread around you. This is a light of the chitta. What does the aura mean? In my childhood, I used to read stories. I used to listen to stories of Prahlad, Dhruv, from my grandmother's mouth, Indian mythological tales. And my grandmother used to speak of radiance from his face. And I used to imagine that when we take bath, then our cheeks glow. That must be the radiance. But in the Himalayas, in the proximity of my gurus, when I stayed there, then I felt radiance means attraction. Regardless of the fact that this person is unattractive, he is not so good to look at, but there's so much attraction within him. They call this radiance, and radiance does not mean the radiance of the physical body, it means attraction. And I sometimes feel, I used to also ask my guru, there's so many good scholars around you, such good people, then why have you made me a medium? Why have you sent me into society? Why did you not send them into society? The guru says, they are those students get 100 out of 100 marks in mathematics, but they have no desire to teach mathematics. And you're the student who gets 40%, but you have an intense desire to distribute to people. Your life itself has been for distribution. I did not know the objective of my life, but they knew the objective of my life. It happened when I was 5 years old. I used to stay in Nagpur, so I always used to feel that the objective of my life is very big. What it is, this I did not know. I did not know this. But my life is not like that of an ordinary man. I have come here to do something. But to do what, I did not know. So meaning I did not know the objective of my life, but they knew the objective of my life. And this is why, whatever knowledge that they had, they gave it to me. And they always said one thing to me. Your container is very big. Your container is very big. Your container is very big. The meaning, through your medium, the thirst of hundreds of thousands of souls is going to be quenched. They knew this. I did not know this. So they gave it to me after knowing this. that if it is delivered through his medium, it can reach properly. And next, in society, there are methods of meditation that are widespread. In those methods, that state of thoughtlessness means meditation. This is what is accepted. If one reaches the state of thoughtlessness, this is meditation. This is not the case. The state of thoughtlessness is not meditation. The state of thoughtlessness is that state from which one goes into meditation. The state of thoughtlessness is not meditation. The state of thoughtlessness is something even a painter gets. Even while making a painter gets so much concentration, he will obtain a state of complete thoughtlessness. There's a singer while singing, he will get a state of complete thoughtlessness. There's a musician while playing, he obtains a state of thoughtlessness. So even while painting, the physical body has a role. Even while singing, the throat has a role. Even in playing an instrument, the hands have a role. Where the physical body has a role, there is no yoga. To the medium of the physical body, obtaining Paramatma is not possible at all. Once, one guru who had taught Vipassana to his disciples for 40 years, one day he came to meet me alone in a flat and he said, Swamiji, I want to take the spiritual experience. I want to take the experience. And I explained to him, you are doing Vipassana for 40 years to do Vipassana. Why are you coming here? My guru told me that if one person is going on one path, there is no need to hold on to his hand and bring him here. If he's going there, send him there. But yes, those who are standing on the road, those who are searching, those who are looking, show them a path. I explained this to him for an hour and a half, that what you're doing, do that. Do not come onto this path. And then he started to give me a lecture. He was also a guru. He started to give me a lecture. He said, our knowledge is only up to here. I have come here to you so that I can reach one chakra above to the Sahasrara chakra, the crown chakra. I said to him, I have no knowledge of external things. I have no knowledge of anything external. What activities are going on in society? I have no knowledge of this. Why? Because I was satisfied in what I had. That is why I had no desire to know. And as soon as I gave him the spiritual experience, as soon as I gave him the experience, as a bomb blows up, there are so many vibrations. There were trustees coming to meet me. And the sadhak stopped them. Perhaps somebody's awakening is happening inside. There were so many vibrations. He had obtained a high state after doing spiritual practice for 40 years, all the way up to the third eye chakra. And as soon as he went up to the next chakra, the vibrations increased tremendously. How? How did he experience? Why? Because he went one chakra higher. So the meaning of saying this is, in society, the methods of meditation that are going on, they are up to the Agya chakra, the third eye chakra. But the chakra above this is the Sahasrara chakra, the crown chakra. This is not a method of meditation. Understand the difference a little bit. What is going on everywhere else is a method of meditation. A method means one man can learn and one man can teach. For example, Reiki, one man can learn, one man can teach. Pranic healing, one man can learn, one man can teach. This is not a method. This is a value, a sanskar of meditation. This happens automatically. One holy soul connects to another holy soul at the soul level. In the knowledge of that soul, is obtained by the other soul automatically. The first one does not give, and the second one does not take. There is no business here of giving and taking. It all happens automatically. It has happened. There's a story of Dronacharya and Eklavya, a mythological tale. Dronacharya did not want to give. Even then, Eklavya learned the art of archery from Dronacharya. In this, the experience I have had is this, that the material knowledge that is there, the guru has a right over the material knowledge, just as a football coach. In his hands, it is in his hands if he wants to teach somebody or to not teach somebody. If he has the desire, he will teach someone. If he does not, he will not. However, this is not there for spiritual knowledge. In spiritual knowledge, nothing is in the Guru's hands. Anyone, by connecting to him, by becoming one with his soul, he can absorb that knowledge. He will not give it, and he will not take it. There will be no business of giving and taking. It will be absorbed at the soul level. So in the spiritual state, in the spiritual knowledge, the physical body has no role in this. It has no role at all. And next, you think for yourself. Even I have become 70 years old, but in this 70 years, did any bad incidents not happen? Did bad people not come into my life? They must have come. But I did not give any importance to this. As soon as I give importance to anything, it becomes deeper, deeper, deeper. For example, some person has given you trouble. You remembered him once, you remembered him 2 times, you remembered him 3 times. This as you draw a line. You drew 1 line, second, third, and as much as you keep drawing this line with black coal, you will keep becoming blacker, blacker, and blacker. If he gave you trouble and you left it, then automatically what will happen? Its effect, its influence will not fall on your chitta. It happened. Just now, the television show that was made, the director used to ask me, Swamiji, please tell me some bad incidents in your life. Please tell me about some bad people in your life. Tell me about some ups and downs. I told him I don't remember anything. So this is say why? Because the other disciples started to listen. Swamiji has nothing. And there's a reason also. In my life, behind this madness of meditation, what I have lost, all of my relatives have seen this. And next, what I have gained, sadhaks have seen this. So there is a contradiction between the two. This is why none of my relatives are on this path. Once, I also told the Swamiji of the Ramakrishna mission, none of my relatives are here on this path. Why? So he took out the books of Ramakrishna Paramahansa and read it out to me. He read a saying that on any guru, no matter which path he is on, none of his relatives will come there. Why? They have seen his seed. They remember that seed. And the sadhaks have seen his tree. They remember the tree. Both of them have a different perspective. Both of them are seeing something different. One is looking at it from one perspective, and the second one is looking at it from a different perspective. And both of these perspectives will not meet. So in my life, I had many ups and downs. That is why I'm indebted to only 2 people in my life. The first was Shiv Baba, who gave me the seed. He gave me the seed of spirituality. See, if one receives a seed of spirituality, then by giving water, giving fertilizer, you can develop the seed, the tree of spirituality. But if you do not have the seed, it will not happen. But no matter how good of a seed you obtain, even then, if it is not looked after, if you do not find a gardener to develop this seed, then the seed can never turn into a tree. It can never turn into a tree. That is why I obtained a good seed in the grace of Shiv Baba, and I got a good gardener in the form of Guru Ma. Guru Ma has turned that seed into a tree. In which direction should she allow it to grow? In which direction should she not allow it to grow? When I went into a different direction, immediately she would cut. She only let me grow in one direction. It is not as if problems did not come in my life, difficulties did not come. They came. But the effect of those difficulties was never on me. Just like a firm tree, she was there with me yesterday, and she's there even today. It happened. There can be no bigger insult than being dependent on one's wife. And my father used to say to me, you're dependent on your wife, you take her bread and eat. And I used to be angry. I'm going back to do my job now. Why? Because my ex-boss had said to me that my doors are always open for you. Whenever you want, you can return. But my wife said to me, the day I take money from your father to raise your kids, then you can go back and start working. But until I do not do this, why do you listen to him? And I used to tell the abbot of Ramakrishna Mission, my father abuses me, and he used to explain to me, your father? Earning, that is what we think about as financial gain. Now your sadhaks achieve ministers, but you do not take anything from them. It's not as if you do not work, but from the work you do not receive any financial benefit. And he does not understand this, so do not pay any attention to him. My father explained a lot to me, and I told this to the television show producers as well. That the trouble I face, it is not described in any book. You bring it with how many people have tried to stop me from going onto this path, but in spite of that, I walked. First, my father explained a lot to me, then he started to abuse me, and then after that, then after a few days, then there used to be very small discourses. Then he used to say, you're a one-eyed king amongst the land of the blind. Those tribal people do not understand anything, and you go there and blabber something. And then after that, I went to London. I went to Japan. I went to Canada. I went to Germany. I went to go to so many countries. And slowly, my father, his tube light went on. All of the people in so many countries cannot be mad. If they're all calling you, there must be something in you that I'm not able to understand. And then after this, just 3 years ago, he passed away. But 3 years before his death, there was such a state that I used to salute his feet as my father and used to fall to my feet as his guru. He said, you have saluted me, and now I'm saluting you as my guru. And that father who used to abuse me in my childhood, so much of a change had come into my father. And so the meaning of saying this is that whenever we walk on some good path, this is why I'm saying this to you. If you practice this meditation for 45 days, there is no need to tell anyone. There's no need to tell anybody. If not, all of your relatives will make fun of you. Do you know what happens? There are a lot of misconceptions about meditation in society. Some person does ritual worship, a puja, then people praise him a lot. He's a very religious person. He does puja, he does arti. They will praise him. However, if some person meditates, he will say, oh, he will become a Babaji, he will go into the jungle. So meaning, there are many misconceptions about meditation in society. This is why I do a 45-day practicum. This is your personal matter. If you meditate, do it by yourself. There's no need to tell anybody. I even know of such sadhaks. In Saudi Arabia, there is a sadhak. In his briefcase, he has a photo, he has a diya, a lamp. He takes bath and then he meditates in the room and then he locks everything up. Till today, his wife does not know that he meditates. So the meaning of saying this is very personal. For this, so now whatever you're imagining, you must. I do not use I do not see the television. I do not use the mobile. It is not like this. I stay in the middle of everyone, but I do not stay in the middle of everyone, even today. I'm getting a desire to narrate a story. There was King Janak. He was known as a Videhi. And after traveling, we came back. And then he asked the king, "Look, I did not allow even one drop of milk to spill. Now you tell me, why do they call you a Videhi?" And King Janak gave the answer. "What all did you see during the course of the day?" And the monk Narad said, "I did not see anything. I only saw the bowl and I saw the milk, because if the milk would have spilled out, then you would not have given me an answer as to why they called you a Videhi." So King Janak said, "You are seeing that the dancers are dancing, the musicians are playing music, all of this is going on, but my chitta is not in any of these. I'm not telling you to become a Babaji, to leave society. No, you stay in the middle of everyone, you stay inside everyone, but you do not be inside anyone. And next, I'm not some renunciate. I have a wife, I have a son, I have a granddaughter, I stay in the middle of everyone. And my family is not just this much. I have a family of hundreds of thousands of disciples, of sadhaks, but even then, there is half an hour where I sit, where there is nobody. Oh dear, there is a boat. The boat floats on the river, but does the river come inside the boat? No. Just in the same way, stay in material society, but do not let material society come within you. Stay with everyone, but don't allow anyone to be inside you. For example, even now I'm speaking with all of you, but my chitta is not in any of you. As soon as I put my chitta on any of you, a carbon copy of you will come within me. What kind of person you are, what kind of problems you have, everything will be known. What kind of a thing is this? Once, in a studio in London, a program had been organized. When I was staying at a Christian priest's house before this program, there was a program coming on the television. A man had come with a Carolean photography camera, and the announcer that was there, he told her, "I will take your photograph, and after taking your photograph, I will tell you what kind of a girl you are." And after that, he took a photograph, and after taking a photograph, he told her what kind of a girl she is. So I told the priest, "I do not need the girl. I also do not need the photo. I do not need the camera. I do not need the colors. I can just tell you everything." He said, "Okay, so when you come next year, then we will keep a camera." So the next day, when I went to London, then there was a heroine there. That heroine organized a program of mine on the television. And the television producers kept a condition that if you sit, then we will allow your guru to sit. And then from all over the world, people were asking me questions. "Swamiji, please give me your guidance." They used to say only this much. They would not say their name. They would say nothing. But even then, I would know everything about them. I would get to know their problems. I would get to know their issues. I would get to know their thoughts. And then I would tell them the solution to it. So then there was an announcer there, and he said, "A great astrologer has come from India. You do not even tell him your name, and he will tell you everything about you." And then when the mic came in my hands, then I said to him, "I am not an astrologer. In this world, each and every person is unique. Every person is unique. You are unique in this world. There is no one like you. This is why, in your life, never compare yourself with anyone. Many times, we become sad by comparing. Oh, he has this, I do not have this. Never do this. You are unique." So I told them that each and every person in this world is unique. And the person who says, "Please give me your guidance," I look at his aura. And by looking at his aura, I get to know his thoughts. I get to know his problems, and I tell him the solution to this. All of this is possible through yoga. Through yoga, one person, by sitting at one place, can obtain complete information about another person anywhere. There's such a vast field of yoga. However, in the last 8 years, such a vast field of yoga, we have kept it limited to yogasanas. Now you see, when 21st June comes, then yoga means yogasanas. Yoga means yogasanas. Yoga means yogasanas. On television, yogasanas. On the newspaper, yogasanas. On the radio, yogasanas. For 8 years, so much hammering has been going on that now when I celebrated the Year of Protectors, even a person at a very high level had brought a mat with him. He thought a yoga program means a program of yoga asanas. And I told him, "I'm not going to do any yoga asanas here. Yoga asanas are different and yoga is different. The power of consciousness, Chitta Shakti, is possible through yoga. This is why yoga is different and yogasana is different. This is why. However, we are doing the publicity of yoga in the name of yogasanas. The objectives of both of them are completely different. I will explain the objectives later, but first let me tell you about an incident. Once, I have not read any books or anything, the incidents which have happened in my life. I will speak about those. Once I had gone to Australia. In Australia, just like this, we had kept a shibir of 3 days. In this discourse series, 5 yoga teachers had arrived, and all 5 of them gave the introduction that Swamiji, these are famous yoga teachers of Australia. And all 5 of these yoga teachers had a beautiful body, extremely beautiful. For example, as if dolls come out of a factory of the same side, cut, 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 cut. All 5 yoga teachers were like this. They had a very good, beautiful body, but just as bad, just as weak was their chitta. I was surprised that these are yoga teachers. Why is their chitta so weak? They are yoga teachers. Why is their chitta so bad? And the program came to an end. I went home, and after going home, I remembered something of my grandmother at night. Whenever any young girl would go in front of my grandmother and look at the mirror, then my grandmother would scold her loudly, "Don't look at the mirror, don't look at the mirror." And in my childhood, I used to think, that girl is looking at the mirror. What harm is my grandmother facing? However, I remembered what my grandmother meant in Australia. What will the girl see in the mirror? She will see her body parts, and the whole physical body is destructible. As much as she puts her chitta, her attention on the perishable physical body, that much it will be destroyed. And the next day, those girls came again. And those girls said, "Swamiji, we have nothing to do with spirituality. We had come here to build our figure." And I told them, "Your figure is made, and now your chitta has been ruined. What about that?" They said, "Yes, it has happened. So now what should we do?" And I said, "You do one thing. For 1 hour, regularly, look towards the sky. The sky is not perishable. If you look at the sky for 1 hour, then your chitta will become strong. It will become powerful. Why? Because you're keeping your chitta at that place, which is not perishable. Where have you kept your chitta up until now? You have kept it on your physical body. This is why it was destroyed. Now, in this program, through the medium of video, through the medium of YouTube, if some doctors are watching this program, then think a little bit. If one girl, in order to build her own physical figure, she keeps her chitta on her physical body, and her chitta is ruined, then what must be happening to you? In a day, on how many patients do you put your chitta on? On how many patients' physical body do you put your chitta on? On how many patients' illnesses do you keep your chitta on? What must be the plight of your chitta? You have an excessive need, a great need. Police and doctors, they have a great need for meditation. They have a very bad environment around them. There are always patients around the doctor. And around the policeman, there are always criminals. The police have nothing to do with civilized society. If you ever go for some passport, then yes, maybe. Or if the traffic police is standing, then okay. But around the police, there's always criminals. And just in the same way around the doctor, there are patients. And next, a dryness has come within the doctors, meaning it is a complete dryness. They've dried up completely from within. The element of love has come to an end. What is the reason behind this? If the doctor even marries, he marries another female doctor, and the house becomes a hospital. So meaning, I give them a suggestion to the doctors that, oh, marry a dancer, marry some artist, You have a lack of emotions, so marry the one who has a lot of emotions. At least you will be balanced. You're also dry, she's also dry, and the whole house is dry. This is why now many doctors are being connected to this path. They are also understanding that in reality, what I'm saying is true. This is really the state. And now you think, if a doctor dies, how big a loss this is for society. It is a great loss. And doctors are dying very early, and I'm not the one saying this. There's a report from the Medical Association that 59. What is the average age of doctors? 59. And what is that of patients? 80, 90. What does a 90-year-old patient say? 3 doctors have come and gone. 2 doctors have come and gone. So meaning the patients are standing and the doctors are going. A doctor is a very important foundational stone of society. The health of the entirety of society is dependent on doctors. This is why I'm inspiring doctors. Meditate and create an aura around you. Create an aura around you. Create such an aura that after coming within your aura, the patient gets half cured, just like this. It is not there right now, but it was there in my childhood. The doctors would not speak. We would speak as if the doctor uncle has come. So meaning we would add something to this, and after he would come home, all of our matters from the house, we would narrate all of them to him, and he would drink tea, and just like this, half of the illness would be cured. So meaning it was one type of a counseling that was happening, and this is not there today. The family doctor, this individual, is not seen anymore. And now a dryness has come within them. Let me tell this to you through 2 incidents, and it is not as if I'm saying this to you. You can go and check all of this in Nagpur tomorrow. Go to any social welfare organization in Nagpur. Go to any temple in Nagpur. Go to any religious sites, and there look at the donation list, the donors list. In the donors list, you will not be able to find any doctors, even if you search. It is not as if doctors do not have money. One needs emotion to give donations. They do not have this emotion. Doctors do not have this emotion. Because of this, on the donors list, doctors are not present anywhere. There's a dryness. A sadhika, once she had come to meet me. She said, Swamiji, I made a mistake by marrying a doctor. But my 2 daughters that are there, I will not let them marry a doctor. I said, what has happened? What kind of fight has happened? She said, no, he has no love at all. He has no love? Yes. If I ever think that I'm having a headache, then I told them that I'm having a headache. I think he will come, he will apply a balm on me, an ointment on me, he will massage me, he will console me. But instead he runs outside, and then he comes back with a bag. Take this yellow pill. If you do not get cured by this, then take this red pill in the morning. The doctors don't have a heart. This is why I will not let my daughters marry such doctors without a heart. This is not just for people, it is not good for them either. And I give such doctors the example of my father-in-law. My father-in-law is 96 years old. He was a medical superintendent, and even today, he crosses the Narmada River. At this age, he is deaf, but he crosses the Narmada River. And we ask him to come back from the other side of the river. And then I tell the doctors, even at this age, he's having fun, but why are you dying before the age of 60? There's only one difference. He is a devotee of Sai Baba. Whatever pension he gets, he distributes medicines from this to the poor. He has an inner feeling. You do not have these emotions. Somewhere, keep your inner feeling. Your intellect will not suffice. Make your heart strong. For 20 years, I'm screaming that those heart specialists that are there, they will die due to the heart. Those cancer specialists that are there will die due to cancer. Why? Because in the whole day, this is the environment around them. It had happened. This survey had come in Maharashtra. 60 heart specialists died due to the heart. Doctors do not think about their own health. This is why I think about them. This is why I take their discourse. Once in Dandi Ashram, I had done a discourse in Ahmedabad for doctors, and one doctor came to meet me. There was a group of 65 doctors, and I do not meet one or two doctors. Swamiji, I have a holiday on Sunday. I meditate for 8 hours. Will I make spiritual progress? I do not get time every day. And I told him, think of your physical body as a mobile. If you plug your mobile in for 8 hours, will you get charged more? If it only needs to be charged for half an hour, it will be charged in half an hour. What is necessary is to do it regularly. It is not okay to do it a lot every day. And this is a message to you also, that if you meditate a lot on your holiday and you do not meditate on the other days, no, meditate regularly for half an hour. It has happened. One police inspector says that if my boss gives me a break every day for half an hour, then I will meditate. I give him the answer that you take bath and come. Yes. So does your boss give you a special holiday to take bath? No, he does not. And meditation is the showering, the bath of your chitta. That you're going to put your chitta in all of these criminals the whole day. Your chitta will be ruined. In order to remove this is the shower, the bath of your chitta. You're not doing a favor on anyone by meditating. You're making your chitta pure. You're making your chitta holy. So by meditating, you're not doing a favor on anyone. Meditation is the bath of the chitta. Do you not eat 2 times? This is the food of the physical body. When will you feed the soul, due to which this physical body is running? Your realization, your existence, because of which it is there. When will you give time to that? When will you give that food? If you meditate for half an hour, this is the fertilizer, the food for it. This is the food for the soul. Meditation. Give it food for half an hour, then the soul will become strong. The people who know me a lot, they're very surprised. Then in 25, 30 years, it has spread to 70 countries. How did this happen? How did this miracle happen? I said I did only 2 things. I always did that work which made my soul strong, that makes my soul happy, that makes my soul happy. You also do it. You also do some such work. Find some such work during the day that you're not doing to show to anyone, that you're not doing to increase your ego, that you're not doing as a favor on anyone. You're doing that work only because you feel good by doing this work. Your mind becomes happy, your soul gets satisfied, you obtain inner peace. This is why you're doing this work. Find such work. How big this work is, it is not important. And as much as your perspective becomes big, it becomes vast. That much more its result will be bigger. Even a small thing. Imagine you're walking on the road, and while walking, you find a nail lying on the road. And you picked up the nail and put it to the side, that this nail should not hurt anybody. It is such a small thing, with such a vast perspective, with the person coming behind, whether he is a friend or an enemy, you do not know. So that this nail does not hurt anyone. You did this work with such a high perspective, then what will happen? Its result, its consequence, you will also obtain something vast in exactly this way. You can obtain a guru when the door of your heart is completely open. It is completely open. Apart from that, it is not possible. Open meaning? When I left in search for my guru, the one who allows me to meet Paramatma, or whichever religion, or whichever caste, or whichever country, or whichever language he is of, I am ready to accept him. Whoever he is, I have kept the doors of my heart open for everyone. But until we do not open them like this, until we do not have such a vast perspective, a lofty perspective, until then, it is not possible to obtain Paramatma in our lives. We should have such a vast perspective. In exactly this way, it is the same for love. It is the experience of my life that if you do something good for somebody, then you immediately start to have the expectation that he should do something good for you. This is an ordinary rule. You do something good for someone, and then you will also have the expectation he should do something good for you. However, in the spiritual field, this rule does not apply. In the spiritual field, if you did something good for somebody, Paramatma will do something good for you. This is the personal experience which I have had. However, do not look at it from a material perspective, that I have done something good for him, he should do something good for me. Do not keep this expectation. By meditating, you can have many benefits, but I will not sit here and count those benefits today. Even then, in short, let me tell you, and in the end, I will also tell you, do not come onto this path with expectations. First of all, the benefit is that the troubles of your physical body will go away. You will obtain a state free of diseases. You will obtain health. This is my own experience, which I'm telling you. I've been giving this program for 28 years. I have never cancelled a single program due to my health. I did not speak about books. The experiences I have had in my life, I'm distributing those to you. First of all, your health will become good. You will obtain a state free of diseases. And next, your financial state will become good. How good will your financial state become? Those that have joined 25 years ago, they have bought a plane today. It happened once. A man came to my house with a Honda City car. Swamiji, it is my wish that you bless this. You do the puja. Did you recognize me? No, I did not recognize you. No, if you're saying recognize you, I did not recognize you. You used to go with a car. I used to sit on the footpath and sell socks. I said, yes, I have seen you. Near the railway crossing, you used to sell socks. I am that one. Now I have installed a factory that produces socks. Now I have bought a car. I've made so much progress. I explained to him, son, this financial progress is a chocolate. This financial progress is a chocolate. Do not get trapped in this chocolate. If you get trapped in this, then your meditation will be left behind. So then after this, the next benefit is that your external progress happens, but do not get trapped in this financial progress. It is not as if I did not face all of this. I also faced it. For 10 years, Dandi, Dandi, Dandi. My ashram was only in Dandi. It was there for 10 years. And then suddenly, now in Gujarat, there are 4 ashrams, and they're not small. They're 150, 200 acres plus. Now you think. The Maharashtrian person who has never gone to Gujarat in his lifetime, the one who does not know Gujarati, he has no connection to Gujarat. He has now had 4 ashrams. A police inspector says to me, Swamiji, you don't even have 1 ashram in Maharashtra. You have 4 ashrams in Gujarat. The Guru does not do anything. The ones behind him do everything. Now it was made in Bangalore, then it was made in Goa, then it was made in Ajmer. Then it started to hurt in the stomachs of the Maharashtrian people. Even in Maharashtra, there's no ashram, and now they have bought a land here of 60 acres in Butibori, and now there's an ashram being made in Nagpur. And how was this possible? I kept full faith in my Guru's words. The Guru said, "Your area of work is Gujarat." Then I did not make any negative thoughts. I have never gone to Gujarat. I do not know Gujarati. I did not get even one thought. A personnel from a social service organization brought me to Mumbai from the Himalayas. While bringing me, I had told him, "My area of work is Gujarat. I will go to Gujarat." He thought, which Gujarati will meet him? Okay. And then when I went to Gujarat, he started to cry. Does anybody leave Mumbai and go? People yearn to come to Mumbai, and you're leaving Mumbai and you're going? I said, I have nothing to do with Mumbai. My relationship is with the work of the Guru, Guru Karya. Wherever the Guru says, there I will go. Did we not listen to stories in our childhood? That there's a fortress across the 7 seas, and inside the fortress there is a lotus flower, and inside the lotus flower there is a pearl. If you keep faith in all of this and you go, then you will find the pearl, and if you do not go, you will not find it. So in exactly the same way, by believing in my Guru's words, I went to Gujarat, and from Gujarat it has spread to 70 countries. What is the reason behind this? In Gujarat, in each and every house, there are foreigners. Even the laundry person says that, my daughter, she studies in Canada. Here is her contact number. If you go to Canada, please meet her. And they're always eager to help. Do you know what my state was? When I went to Navsari for the first time, then there was a big gang of Patels. And there, if any Patel would come from foreign lands, then all of the Patels would surround him. Please sponsor our Swamiji. Please sponsor our Swamiji. They used to say yes, but they would not do anything. No, what used to happen? They used to ask, what does the Swamiji do? Does he do the Ramayana? No. Does the Swamiji do the Bhagavad Gita? No. What does the Swamiji do? Nothing. We do not know what he does, but what he does is very good. They did not know how to explain, and they did not understand. Then now if it is some story, then they would explain. This is what they knew. With great difficulty, a Patel from London got ready. I will not keep him in my house. My house is very small. And I will not do any of his publicity and propagation. I do not have any time for this. So the Patels here, they arranged for another Patel from Leicester. And this Patel will take him, and he will do all of the prachara and take him home. You just sponsor him. So this Patel from London sponsored me. And then after this, I went to London with a Jain Sadhak. And at the airport of London, both the Patels were standing and fighting. I will take him to my home. No, I will take him to my home. And then I had to take the decision. I took the decision that the one who has sponsored me, because of whom I have reached here, I will go to his house. This story is very old. It is 23, 24 years old. And then after this, the day I arrived, that day in the evening, there was a goat cut within the Patel society, and the goat was being cooked. And they said, this goat is being cooked. There's a half an hour time in the middle of this. You say what you want to say. So they gave it to me. They gave me the stage to do a discourse. And the Jain who was there with me, what kind of a plight is this? I said to him, no, you see what will happen. This is how it starts. So then I gave a discourse. And from that discourse, I did not know what the Patels understood or did not understand. But the person whose home I was staying at, he was influenced. He emptied out the entire hall at his home. And there at his home, the first discourse of 80 people occurred. And for 20 days, he kept me at his house. And then the Patel here asked him, you said you will not do a shibir. You said you will not keep him at home. How did it happen? He said, I do not know. It happened. So if you are positive, then the world around you will be positive. Bad people will not come around you. And even if they come, they will be positive. In the Ramakrishna mission, when I gave a program, then at the end of the program, The abbot, he was advanced in age. I asked him, "Do you have any suggestion about the program, something to improve? Please tell me, I want to improve on it." And he said, "The material you have is very good, but your packaging is bad." I said, "What does this mean?" So meaning I used to wear a loincloth and a tunic and give the program. And I said to him, I want that each and every person should think of me like themselves. Just as it happens, if we climb 8, 10 floors higher and then we tell a child, come up, and then the child will not even try to climb up. But if we just go one step higher than him and then we say, come, then he will try. He will come. So I want that each and every person should think of me like themselves. Then he will make an attempt to learn meditation. If I go very high up and sit, then it will not happen. So he gave me the argument. Imagine there is a Sanskrit newspaper reporter. If he wears a suit and a tie and he gives the news, how strange would it be? In exactly the same way. Now, when you're speaking on a spiritual topic, even your dress should be spiritual in nature. So, on the basis of what he said, I wore this dress. But this dress, I had a bad experience of it in London that day. So, meaning I had something good and something bad also. I wore it because he said so. The bad experience was that there's a feeling that as when you saw those holy people, ascetics that go there, they go there to ask for donations, for money. So they also thought, I must have also come there to ask for something. The first day, the second day, the third day, so meaning for 8 days, all the sadhus kept thinking that I will go and ask for something as I'm going. And like this, for the all of 45 days, I toured the whole of England. We went to Leicester, Wales, everywhere. And on the last day, when I came back to London, then I was just about to come back to India. Then some English people, they gathered some money and gave it to me. They said, you did not ask, but here is some help from our end. I said to them, does a mouse ever help the elephant? Your collectivity is like that of a mouse. The collectivity in India is like that of an elephant. How will you help us? You keep this money with you and put it into the work. Today in London, there's 7 centers and we have an ashram there. So this inner feeling that was there, this feeling that was there, that whoever comes from India comes to ask for money, I wanted to break this. And here, there are sadhaks in a number of 100,000. So there's no dearth of money, there's no lack of money. There's construction going on in 8 locations right now. And the 9th Shibir is going on. What is the reason behind this? There's a great number of sadhaks. It is not as if they're all very rich, but there's a big collectivity. And next, what happens? Just as there's milk. Once milk boils to a certain temperature, it will have to come down. In exactly the same way, once the spiritual state develops beyond the navel chakra, then that person cannot sit at home peacefully at all. Why? Because he will get the same feeling that is there within me. I think that whatever I have obtained, I should distribute it to everyone. This feeling of distribution, of sharing, comes automatically within him, and he keeps sharing. It is not just here. This publicity, propagation is going on in the whole world for the Shibir. We do not know, but everyone is spending on their own basis. They're making posters on their own basis. They're doing everything. Why? By doing this, they are obtaining inner peace. By doing this, their soul is being benefited. They're all doing it by themselves. There's no instruction. Everyone is free. They're doing it by themselves. So the meaning of saying this is, slowly, 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 by doing this, from England is a meeting point. Why am I calling it a meeting point? From there, people from all of the countries are connected. Germany, Canada, America, everyone is connected there. Then I kept going to each and every country. I'm telling you all of this because even after all of this happened, I am not involved in any of it. Even today, I'm free. Even now, you see, it has happened. A shibir happened for all of the religious gurus in Dandi. Gurus of all religions were called. And then, after the end of the discourse, the guru that had come from Nepal, he said, in our ashrams in Nepal, they're all of the old people staying there. In your ashrams, how are there so many youths? The manager is young, the accountant is young, the driver is young, the volunteers are young, all of them are young people. I gave him the answer. I do not speak of holy books because I have not read books. I have not read any books. I speak about matters of the heart. I speak about matters from a heart to another heart. The young generation understands these more. Why? In reality, do you know what has happened? The young generation, they have taken practical experiences. See, in our age, our father said, there is God, so we went to the temple. We believed our father. But now if I tell my son, there's God, then my son will say, first prove. Now which God? Now which father will prove that there is God? Son, today's generation that is there, along with theory, they want practical experience. They want the spiritual experience of Paramatma. On this path, spiritual experience is present. There is the spiritual experience of Paramatma, and after having the spiritual experience, because of this, the young generation is connected. This is why many people say that the youths of today, they don't have an interest in spirituality, they don't have an aptitude in it. I find this very strange. I feel as if they are even smarter than us, they're more intellectual. It has happened. Day by day, day by day, day by day, there has always been a progress of the intellect. And it is happening, and this is why the son is more intellectual than the father. And his son is even more intellectual. The intellect is progressing. The only need is that to take the support of spiritual experience, to make him have the practical experience. So in this, the experience is present. In this, the spiritual experience is present. And because of the spiritual experience, today so many youngsters are connected. They're going around doing the publicity and propagation. I do not even know who keeps doing what where. I explained it to them with an example, that I was a pipe. And there was a lot of dirt in this pipe. There was a lot of dirt. There was a lot of rubbish in this. And if the pipe wants to clean itself, it cannot clean itself. Even if I want to make myself holy, I could not do this. Then what did I do? I connected this pipe to a tap in the form of my guru. And after connecting it, the water from the tap would come in from here and it would go out from the other end. It would come in from here and go on from the other end. So the water that is flowing out, if somebody drinks this water, even then, this pipe will be cleaned. Even if this water flows into a canal, the pipe will be cleaned. So in both the states, the pipe will definitely be cleaned. It is exactly like this. By teaching hundreds of thousands of people meditation, by teaching them how much people are doing it and not doing it, they know this for themselves, but my pipe was cleaned. And I narrate this experience of mine to the sadhaks that you do the publicity, the propagation. After this, whether the person in front of you absorbs it or does not, you will benefit. You're trying to sell that material that even if you are able to sell it, there's your benefit. And even if it is not sold, even then you benefit. In both the states, your purification is happening. Because when you go to do publicity work, propagation work, your chitta is not on any book. Your chitta is on the supreme consciousness itself. It is on the energy itself. So the energy, through your medium, it will flow. So your clearance will definitely happen. It will happen automatically. There's no need to do this. But I always tell the Jain monks also that you do the publicity of meditation later. First, you meditate yourself. Meditate yourself. You have come in front of me. It is my wish that you meditate first, create a state of meditation. And from the Jain monks, I remember, in the Himalayas, there's a gathering of Jain monks. The first time I had gone there were 45 people there. Next time I went there were 65. And they say that those who are meant to be here, they definitely reach us. And then when I came back to society, I go to each and every sect now. And I asked the head of the sect, what is the accounting here? Where some monks go, do you know? Where do they reach? Do you know? Has anyone disappeared from within your sect? Because the ones who have reached there, they have disappeared from here and gone. And next, what do they say? Do you know? For example, if you go to some mountainous region, there are only two castes. The first caste are the mountain people, and the second caste is the field people. So meaning the local people there, they will say that we are the mountain people. And whether you're Marathi, Bengali, Marathi, Gujarati, wherever you are, they will call you field people. So regardless of the fact that you divide yourselves, they will call you all field people, meaning you are field people and they are mountain people. There are only two castes. And just in the same way the Jain monks say, there are only two types of Jain monks. First, those who have left all of the society and they're staying in the Himalayas. Those. And second, those who are staying in society. So they say those that are staying in society, they are staying in a coal field. Now, if you go around wearing white clothes, you're definitely going to become black. Then what kind of sex, what kind of distinctions? Meditate. They have a great desire that in the Jain religion, meditation should be established again. Jain religion was at one point based on meditation, and then slowly, meditation is being left behind. And next, when did this happen? 8 or 10 years after I entered society, when they had the wish that this work should start. And then, the people from which sects they did not even like to meet one another, even now. They come in a collectivity. They are all combined in a discourse, in a shibir, and they learn meditation together. And next, I teach meditation to Jain monks. I do not teach the Jain people. I follow the Guru's orders. The Guru said to go and teach Jain monks. I'm teaching Jain monks. What is the objective? The objective is that tomorrow I will not be here, but through the medium of the Jain monks, the spiritual practice of meditation will remain alive. Through the medium of Jain monks, the value of meditation will remain alive in Jain society. So as much work as they said, I do only that much. They said to teach the Jain monks, so I only teach the Jain monks. So I like to teach them a lot. And our discourses are not for 1 or 2 hours. They go on from morning to evening, 8 hours. So the meaning of saying this is, there's a different class that is linked to meditation, and there is no talk, no discussion about religion. See, I have written a holy book on the Jain religion in spite of the fact that I am not a Jain. Then how did I write it? I stayed in the proximity of the Jain monks. I stayed surrendered to the Jain monks. And then the knowledge within them automatically got transferred within me. They did not give it, and I did not take it. It happened automatically. And when they had the wish that I should write something on this, Then something was written. And after writing, and it's been written at such depth. The Jain monks say that you have read a core religious text in Sanskrit, and I say, no, I have not read anything. I will explain it to you in a simple example how this incident would have happened. You would have seen in science there's a YouTube. A YouTube means a glass apparatus which has two ends. If you put water in one end, it goes and flows into the other end. One end does not put it into the other end, one end does not suck it from the other end. It happens automatically in exactly the same way. The disciple's soul, if it establishes oneness with the soul of the Guru, then all of the knowledge of the Guru will automatically get transferred. The Guru will not give, and the disciple will not take. This is why many times many people say, Swamiji, have your grace on us. Is grace something like I can take 5 rupees out of my pocket and give it to you? Is grace some external object that it can be done, that can be given? It cannot be taken or given. It happens. When does it happen? When you follow what the Guru has said, down to the alphabet. He said, Gujarat is my area of work. Even if you do not know Gujarati, go. Even if you do not have any connection, go. Keep faith in the Guru's word, then it happens. The Guru's grace is not some word. It is something that happens. It is not to be asked, it is nothing. Let me explain to you with an example. There is a very big waterfall. It is a very big waterfall. It is flowing down. It is flowing with great force. Go and make your house in front of that waterfall, and then sit at home every day and do a arti. Jai waterfall deity, Jai waterfall god, Jai waterfall god, oh waterfall god, oh waterfall god, please bathe me, please bathe me. No matter how much you bathe, how much you do the arti, he will not bathe you. No matter how much you chant, oh waterfall god, oh waterfall god, oh waterfall god, please bathe me, he will not bathe you. However, why? Because a waterfall is also tied down to a specific boundary. It is tied down to a specific place. It cannot leave its location and come to your house to bathe you. If you want to bathe under the waterfall, what will you have to do? You yourself will have to go below the waterfall. And after going below the waterfall, there's no need to do any arti, any worship. There's no need to pray to it. There's no need to do any chanting. Your bath will happen just by itself. In exactly the same way, whatever the Guru has said. What I'm teaching you, there's a big 45-day package within this. Because of that package, you will obtain everything in this. You just try to do it and see. The knowledge of aura. The knowledge of aura is very widespread in overseas countries. And there, nobody just bows down. Here, if we go, if 11 people are doing namaskar, the 12th person also bows down and also does namaskar. Everyone is doing it, so why should I not? The foreigners are not like this. They're rigid. Until they do not check the aura. I remember when I had gone on my journey to England, then a yoga teacher had come. She brought a whole group, a whole class. And she had said, I will sit for 10 minutes, and after sitting, I will look at the vibrations of Swami. I will look at his aura, and if I like it, then I will show you my thumbs up. And if I show you my thumbs up, then we will all sit here. If not, we will all get up and leave. After 10 minutes, she showed her thumbs up. that all of you should sit. His aura is good. Because of that aura, because of those vibrations, so many hundreds of overseas people have come. 40 people have come from Germany. Nagpur does not know. 40 Germans have come here. And next, they're not understanding a single word of Hindi. Whatever I'm saying, they're not understanding a single word of this. And even then, they're sitting, and they will sit regularly. They have come here for 8 days from Germany. Now you must be thinking, why have they come here? Whatever I'm speaking, there's vibrations here, there's consciousness. They're taking the bliss of this. Now, if I tell them I was speaking on this topic to these people, they say, Swamiji, it is good that we do not understand your language. Our chitta is not on your language, it is on the consciousness, consciousness, consciousness. It remains there. This meditation that goes on, they do not get to do this. They do not get a chance to meditate with thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. This is the drawback in the overseas countries. Because of this drawback, they have come here. This collectivity that is here, they did not get this collectivity here. This is a deficiency they have there. It had happened. Guru Maya and I had just done a tour to Switzerland and Germany. And I was very surprised. I have never gone to Switzerland in my whole life. I did not know anything about Switzerland. I had no information about Switzerland. And there was a very good grape field. And there was a center running in the middle of this field. There are 300 sadhaks. I found them doing yoga. Amongst them, there was not a single Indian. This yogasana that we're doing for 8 years, if we keep doing this, then tomorrow people will come from there to teach yoga. Keep this in mind. Because in the name of yoga, we are doing yogasanas. This is my fear going ahead. They're not doing yogasanas there, they're doing yoga. Yoga is spreading in the foreign countries. Day by day. Through yoga asanas, the downfall of yoga is happening, whether you're able to understand it or not. I do not know. But my heart breaks because of this. Now, did you see on the yoga day? People were doing yoga asanas. They were doing physical training, PT. The kind of physical training that used to go on in our childhood, they were doing this kind of PT. Where were they doing even yoga asanas? And now it has increased even more. Now in America, they have said, boxing, dance, yogasana is a better exercise than this. Now tell me, how much of a downfall has happened? Yogasanas has been categorized as exercise. Dancing, boxing, and yogasanas. 3 of them are very good forms of exercise. They're calling this an exercise. Because of the efforts of a country, because of the attempts of a country, yoga has obtained an importance. And we are celebrating Yoga Day. So it is our responsibility, it is our duty that the right propagation and publicity of yoga should happen, not yogasanas. Yogasanas are not yoga. Yogasanas are different and yoga is different. In foreign lands, people are learning yoga. It had just happened. In the German ashram, people from 26 countries had come there when I had just gone. It was called the German ashram. And now I have changed the name from the German ashram to the Europe ashram. If people from 26 countries are coming, if people from 26 countries ask me for an ashram, how will I give it to them? So do one thing, combine it. Instead of the German ashram, make it the Europe ashram. And so many people had come. We did not even have a tent for them. So I'm only saying this much. People's interest in yoga is increasing and our interest is increasing towards yogasanas. So meaning say Yogasana Day. What we're doing, say that Yogasana Day, okay. Do not call it Yoga Day. If you call it Yoga Day and inside of it, it is Yogasana. The packing is of yoga, but inside it, it is Yogasana. What is the main difference? The task of making your chitta pure, holy, and controlled is done by yoga. The work of making your physical consciousness reduce, this is done by yoga. The work of increasing your soul consciousness is of yoga. Think a little bit, it is a very serious topic. Is he doing yogasana? No. Is yogasana doing this? No. What is yogasana doing? As soon as a yogasana teacher comes, I've even taken many interviews of these teachers. They say, Swamiji, if you speak about meditation, they say, meditate for 5 minutes, and if you do it for more than this, then they will ask us to go to the jungle. And we have come onto this path to do a job. We will get a job by becoming a yoga teacher. And the area of yoga is not with any expectation. Do not come onto this path with any expectation. I told you, you will have a physical benefit. You will have a financial benefit. However, even the financial benefit is a chocolate. Do not get trapped in this. This used to come earlier. Demons used to come, typhoons used to come, water used to come, floods used to come. This was depicted in the ancient tales, but this was just a symbolic thing. This comes within us. We have so many financial benefits that your meditation gets left behind. It should not get left behind like this. So now you do not come onto this path with any expectation, then you will obtain everything. I see everything. Just as there's a Ganga river, can it say that I'm very pure, I'm very good? No, because it has polluted banks also. It also has bad banks. It has bad places too. And she also cannot say, but she also has good banks. She has good people also. In the same way, this value of Samarpan meditation, can I say that this family is completely pure? I cannot say this. Is it completely dirty? I cannot say this either. These are not some sages or monks. This is not a collection of people from the Himalayas. This is a collection of ordinary people. All of the crooked people that are there from society, they're there in this. Now you will say, then why do you not do anything about this? Oh dear, my state is like that of the ocean. If any dirty canal comes and merges into the ocean, even then the ocean welcomes it. The ocean cannot stop this. I do not have a choice. You have a choice though. You can look for a good bank, good water, and take your bath there. Search for good people in this collectivity. Search for good sadhaks, search for good sadhikas, and stay in their proximity. You have a choice. I do not have a choice. You choose, and then go. And next, always remember that in a room, the corner which is filled with garbage, all of the garbage gathers in that very corner. Just in this way, if there are bad people in your life, at places and places, bad people are coming, then you yourself are bad. Introspect on yourself. Why do bad incidents happen with me? Why do bad people come with me? Why do bad things happen to me? Introspect. Make yourself so good. Your aura. Make it like this, that in this aura, that even if a bad person comes, he will behave well. And this is in your hands. I'm not asking you to climb any mountain. I'm not asking you to go on any pilgrimage. I'm not asking you to give any donation. I'm not saying anything. I'm only saying this much. Give yourself time for 30 minutes. Nothing else apart from this. Okay, let us try it. Even if you do just this much, you will go from this end to the other in 45 days. But again, I'm telling you that about this 45 days, do not tell anyone, do not tell your friends, do not tell your relatives, do not tell anyone. Because if you tell anyone, then they will make fun of you. Oh, he started to meditate, he is becoming a Babaji. It is such a wrong conception that is there in society, that to meditate means to become a Babaji. Oh dear. So that meditation reaches each and every person in society, so that it reaches the ordinary human. My guru chose an ordinary person like me with such a lofty ideal, and then he sent me into society. His objective is so that it reaches the ordinary human. They know that the whole society is not full of sages and saints. We want to deliver meditation to the ordinary human. And the difference between yoga and yogasanas is that as soon as yogasanas start, the yogasana teacher will say that if you do this asana, your blood pressure will get cured. If you do this asana, then your heart will become good. If you do this asana, then your kidney will become good. So meaning, all of those things that you're not able to remember, your chitta will revolve and revolve and revolve, and it will be taken back to the physical body. So meaning everything is happening for the physical body. When in fact, the objective of yoga is to take your chitta away from your physical body and towards your soul, to make your chitta holy, to make your chitta pure. Where is this happening? Yogasana is doing the opposite work. Yogasana is an exercise. And even America is saying it is an exercise, just as boxing is an exercise and dancing is an exercise, yogasana is an exercise. And always remember, efforts have no place in the spiritual field, and yogasanas do not happen without efforts. The people doing good yogasanas, the chitta will never become pure, the aura will never develop. The radiance of a pure chitta is aura. And there's no relationship of the chitta and yogasanas at all from very far away. First, there used to be one-to-one sessions. So a yoga teacher came to meet me, and as many asanas as he knew, he showed me all of them. And even the principal of that college was standing there. And then I said, according to me, all of his chakras are spoiled. His chitta is completely polluted. Why like this? Swamiji, why? No, he's doing all of this with his physical body. So meaning yogasanas are being done with the physical body. And in spirituality, the physical body has no role at all. There's nothing. And next, now we will meditate. However, before meditating, what all troubles are you going to have in meditation? What all issues are you going to have in meditation? I will tell you about this early. The first issue is that we are going to inculcate this habit in our body, which our body does not have the habit of. So what does the body do? Either the body does work or it thinks. Now we want to sit in such a way that we do not want to do any work, and we also do not want to think. So the body does not have any such new habits. So what will the body do? It will manifest its opposition. And its way of manifesting its opposition is very bad. You will feel itchy in such a place that you have never felt itchy in your whole life. You will feel itchy, and then after this, you will start to cough. You will start to have gas. That you're sitting silently now, it will not be like this. You will start. Why? This is the way of the physical body to oppose you. It will oppose you so that you get up from here, you run away from here. Get up. It will try to make you get up. So first of all, in meditation, there will be the opposition of your physical body. You will have to tolerate this. And next, it will be the opposition of thoughts in your life, all of the incidents that have happened. All of the incidents will be remembered by you immediately. You will have many thoughts, many thoughts, many thoughts. No matter how many thoughts come, even then, sadhak should look at the thoughts. They should not think. To think and to look at the thoughts, there's a difference between the two. Just as there's a traffic policeman, he sees there's a car coming, a scooter coming, a truck coming, he looks. Just in the same way, you look at the thoughts. See, there's a difference between looking at thoughts and thinking. Just as you got a thought about the office, you're like, okay, I'm getting a thought about the office. So meaning I am different and the thoughts are different and I'm looking at the thoughts. Oh, okay, I'm getting a thought of the school. I am different, the school is different. I'm looking at the thought about the school. I'm not doing this. So if you made the mistake of doing even one thought, then behind it, you will find the second thought standing behind, then you will find the third one, and then a chain will go on, and then you will sit there for half an hour thinking, and then like a fool, you will think, why did this thought start? Oh, I remembered her name. This is why the thought started. So no matter how many thoughts you get, even then, do not think. Just look at the thoughts. And third, an even bigger attack will be that of the intellect. The intellect will tell you, you're not going to be able to meditate. Meditation is not something within your abilities. You cannot do this. It will not happen through you. See, you have so many important tasks waiting. You're leaving all of these tasks like a fool and you're sitting. You're sitting for 8 days. Did you go into meditation? No, you will not be able to go into meditation. The intellect will divert you a lot like this so that you get up from here. And the work that it is reminding you of after you get up, you will not do this. Because the intellect had only one objective, that you get up from here. So all of these three assaults are going to happen on you. First of the physical body, second of the thoughts, and the third of the intellect. One way of finding success over all three of these attacks. I have found such a way, and I will tell you about such a way. I will only tell you about a way that I have adopted, that I have experienced. And this path is that you donate 30 minutes to me. I donated 30 minutes to my guru, and even if I feel itchy, I do not get up. Even if I get thoughts, I do not get up. Even if my intellect says something, I do not get up. These 30 minutes are not mine at all. Just like this, you sit for 30 minutes. I have donated 30 minutes to Swamiji, and the thing which we donate, we do not ask for it back. You have no right over those 30 minutes. You have donated it. If you sit down by thinking like this, then you will see that slowly, you will start to get control over your physical body. You will start to have control over your thoughts. You will start to have control over your intellect. And when you went into meditation, you will not even get to know. And you will get that bliss. You will get that bliss which you had never even imagined. You will obtain that happiness for which you're not dependent on anyone, for which you're independent. You have obtained it for yourself. And there's one mantra through which the whole world is meditating. 70 countries in the world are meditating. Even now, they will do it. They're all connected with you right now through the medium of video, through the medium of YouTube. Hundreds of thousands of people are connected. Such a collectivity was never present in Nagpur before today. That is present today, that is present now. They're all connected, so automatically what will happen? You will receive their collectivity, their proximity. And what is the mantra? The mantra is also nothing. I used to live in Nagpur, and in my childhood it used to go on within me. I am a holy soul. I am a pure soul. This used to go on. And because of this, the physical consciousness was never able to dominate over me. I stayed in the body, but the physical consciousness never had dominance over me. So you also have to say this mantra. And 70 years of my spiritual practice are behind this mantra. The collectivity of hundreds of thousands of people is with this, so you have to chant it with me. But that which you are saying, the more you feel it, experience it from within. Experience it from within. I am a holy soul. When you say this, then feel in different castes, in different religions, in different countries, I have taken birth, and even then, my holiness is maintained. Holiness is the other name of the soul. And when you say, I am a pure soul, then you forget which caste you're of, which religion you're of, which country you're of, or which language you're of. You should also forget whether you're a man or a woman. This is the highest state. The biggest ego is this, that I am a man, I am a woman. This is the biggest ego of the physical body. Even forget this. The more you forget it, that much more of an effect. You will get to see it. You will feel it. Now we will meditate. And those who are sitting on a chair, it is better if you sit on the floor. Your base chakra, your Muladhara chakra will be in contact with the floor. And if you're in such a state that you cannot sit, then touch your bare feet, the soles of your bare feet, onto the floor. Then all of the tension within you will go into the floor. The earth is our mother. The more we connect with it, that much more it absorbs everything from within you. Half of our illnesses have been created because we broke a connection with the earth. In the jungles, there are many tribal villages. And these tribal people, these tribal castes, they call the earth their mother, and they pray to Mother Earth to remove their illnesses. And I teach this very method to Jain monks because the Jain monks do not take medicine, so I teach this to them. But it is very difficult to teach so many people, but I teach it to them. And then next, there's a Krishna Medical College in Karad. There I took a discourse of doctors, and I also made doctors experience this. That how does a fever get cured? How does diarrhea get cured? Automatically by praying to Mother Earth. She pulls away all of your negativity. But you just need to pray, at least pray. Believe in the mother to be your mother. When you believe in her to be a mother, then you will get the inner feeling. And when you get the inner feeling, then automatically all of these incidents will happen. Now we will meditate. Your right hand, place it on the crown of your head. And give it a light press. And by giving it a light press, rotate it clockwise 3 times. And by stabilizing your chitta, your attention on the crown of your head, bring your hand down slowly. Now we will chant the mantra with me. I am a holy soul. I am a pure soul. I am a holy soul. I am a pure soul. I am a holy soul. I am a pure soul. Now meditate for some time by keeping your attention on the crown of your head. Now we will pray to Paramatma. O Paramatma, please have the grace to grant me self-realization. O Paramatma, please have the grace to grant me self-realization. O Paramatma, please have the grace to grant me self-realization. Now we will pray to Paramatma. O Paramatma, it is our pure prayer, pure wish, that the city of Nagpur should make all-round progress. This is all of our pure wish. This is all of our pure wish. Namaskar.